So this week we have the big planet Jupiter on the move.
Mighty Jupiter, the king of the planets, the planet of luck and abundance. The once every year Jupiter changes signs. Wherever it goes, it brings good things to any hard aspects off that doesn't matter. Jupiter always brings luck and abundance, and it's a once in 12 years. It was 12 years ago was the last time Jupiter was going into the sign of Scorpio, where it will stay for a year. So. For all of the signs, it means good stuff. But for Libras in particular, it means more money. It means a year of making a boatload of money, making more money than they have this year. They'll make more money in the 2017, 2018 time span than they have any time since the 2006 time span. So yeah, casinos, here's where I would go.
Get on out there, Andrew. Hit the hard rock.
That's right. For Scorpios, Jupiter is in their sign, and it is a brand new start for them. Scorpios have kind of laid low the last year or so, kind of licking their wounds, trying to come up with a new game plan about what they're going to do. And with Jupiter going into their sign, all of that kind of dark night of the soul stuff is over. And they get to come out and put the brand new improved Scorpio on the market to see how it plays in Peoria. For Sagittarians, this is a transition for them. They have finished 11 years worth of activity. They've achieved a whole bunch of hopes, wishes, goals, and objectives. And now it's time to incorporate that into their life. And rather than looking for new adventures, they need to solidify the things they've already put into motion and accept the responsibility that goes along with it.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah, no doubt. Everybody wants stuff, but nobody wants to pay retail price for it. We all want it on sale or free. For Capricorns, it's in the 11th house of hopes, wishes, goals, and objectives. They've done very well professionally over the last year. They've got a lot of recognition, and now they get to achieve a hope or a goal, and they have to be really careful because a lot of times that means getting some kind of voluntary job, where they flatter you and say, you're the only one that could do this job and you get to be the head of the United Way. That kind of a thing. That there's no money involved, a whole lot of effort. So they have to be really careful not to criticize anything because they get the job of fixing it. For Aquarians, it's in their 10th house of career and public standing. And for Aquarians everywhere, this is the big year to reach the top, to reach the pinnacle. They've been working on stuff for 8 or 9 years professionally, and this is the year it pays off for them one way or the other. For Pisces, it's in the 9th house of the law. Legal matters, education matters. It's a good time to go back and get some kind of additional degree or some kind of education or some sort of contract or some kind of travel that's associated with learning something very useful about their world that they can apply professionally over the next year or so. For Aries, it's in the 8th house of other people's money falling your way, other people's resources. This is not about earning more money. This is about benefiting from your partner's resources, from other people's resources, from someone you might have teamed up with. You get the benefit of their resources as well. And it's almost money falling out of the sky on them in one way or another rather than earned income.
All right.
Yeah, you got to like that. For Tauruses, it's going from their 6th house of work and responsibilities where over the last year their responsibilities just got huge. Well, they're not going to take on any more responsibilities, but they're finally going to get some recognition for the job that they're already doing. And it means that their partnerships go very smoothly, too. And single ones will find somebody to partner up with, and married ones or attached ones will find that that partnership grows in strength, which is a cool thing if you're Pat.
Yeah.
I just like the idea of no more additional responsibilities.
Oh, yeah, and she will like that as well.
Yeah, because she's had plenty. All of Tauruses everywhere have had plenty of them. So for Gemini, it is in their 6th house of work and responsibilities. And Geminis have had a lot of fun the last year. They've done a whole bunch of creative things, and they found new things to fall in love with and new ways to express their creativity. And now then it'll look at it a year and nothing but hard work. Just plain old, flat out, get her done kind of hard work. So, and some obstacle that's been in their way gets out of their way, which can't be bad for our president.
Yeah, they're very true.
Yeah, for Cancers, it's in their 5th house of love affairs, children, sports, amusements, pleasures. It's a very creative, very fertile time in every sense of the word for Cancers. So they have to be careful that if they want children, then that's good. And if they don't want children, then they need to be proactive. And they also need to know that they can give birth to a child of their mind over the next year. It can come into being and then turn what was an avocation into a vocation. For Leos, it's about the home. It's about foundations. It's about consolidating at home. It's about shoring up those foundations, making sure they're safe and secure. It's a good time to purchase a home or property, even if you're not planning on living there right away, or remodeling, refurbishing. But the idea is to make a stable inner world so you can be more successful in the outer world. A lot of times we direct our attention outward, and for the next year or so, it's going to want to be directed inward for the Leo while they solidify those foundations to something they can manage.
Gotcha.
And then for Virgo, the last sign, it's in the third house of day-to-day living. Virgos have made a boatload of money over the last year or so, and now it's time for them to do short distance, short duration travel. They get to go to it's more of out and backs. It's not a long-term thing, but it's short here and there's. And they get to learn something pretty useful about the world along the way. So if they get the chance to take some sort of class or some sort of additional certification, they should jump on it. And at all times over the next year, Virgo should be the one to initiate the communication rather than waiting for people to come to them. So that's tomorrow's news today for the 12 signs of the zodiac with mighty Jupiter on the move going from Libra into Scorpio.
Sounds pretty good to me. We'll see you next week.
So here's hoping.